Now at 10, patient information might have been stolen following a cyber attack on a healthcare provider in Oklahoma. Plus, we have some tips on how you can help keep your brand new Christmas gifts out of the hands of thieves. And an automotive garage in Joplin provides more than maintenance for a community in need.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Some area hospital patients get an unwelcome holiday season surprise. Some of their personal information could be in the hands of a stranger. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Integris Health Facility, which operates a hospital in Miami, Oklahoma, is alerting patients of a cyber attack. Someone has breached the organization's computer files, which include patient names, addresses, dates of birth, social security numbers, and email addresses. The breach apparently occurred on November 28th. On Christmas Eve, many patients received an email listing the specifics of their personal information. The author asks for a $50 fee to not sell the data on the dark web. Law enforcement officials and Integris ask those who receive one of those emails to not respond or click on any links. Instead, they recommend you freeze your accounts with Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. They say that should prohibit someone from opening an account in your name. Empty boxes from Christmas can turn your home into a target for theft and porch piracy. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has steps you can take to keep your home safe.
The holiday season is already a high-risk time when it comes to theft. And even if you haven't had trouble with porch pirates stealing those packages off your porch, the evidence left behind of a successful Christmas can put a target on your house.
Anybody that's passing through a neighborhood this week and they see a pile of Amazon boxes or shipping boxes or even direct from the manufacturer sitting outside the curb, they're just displaying that they received a lot of something that's most likely inside that home.
But there are steps you can take to keep your Christmas goodies off the market.
One of the things is when they're putting their trash out curbside for the sanitation folks to come pick it up, break down the boxes. If you got a TV or a nice tool box or something like that, if you put the box out there, it just displays like a billboard. Grab your phone, take some pictures of those valuables, including jewelry and firearms with the serial number, and that way, should something happen, you've got it to provide to law enforcement.
Despite the concern, Sheriff Groves says it's been relatively tame this year.
This time of year especially, I would say we haven't had as many instances this year as in years past reported, but it's certainly an issue, and it's not specific to the holidays. It happens year-round, so those tips to safeguard your packages, those are true throughout the year.
So remember, if you have packages still on the way, make sure to check your porch regularly and track your packages. And also remember, those package wrappings may not be best served if they're on the street. Reporting in Columbus, I'm Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Sheriff Groves says if you do fall victim to theft, you should call 911 and do your best not to contaminate the scene. Chilly night following a chilly day. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we only made it up to 44 degrees today, but it was warmer than what we saw yesterday, but still a notch below our average high for this time of the year. 44, 29, 45, 27. Pretty typical for this time of the year. If we look outside, temperatures are dropping back down to 34 in Pittsburgh, 41 in Joplin. Most of us are dry, but we could see a few very light snow showers later on tonight. Winds are slowly switching around to the northwest. That's why you have 30s here, 40s here as cooler air starts to work in. We've had some light little rain showers now, mainly pushing east, but still a few trying to pop up right along the I-44 corridor. Now, where you see a little bit of blue, that is some very light snow, which is mixing in, but has not been an issue. As we go through the night, overall pretty calm for the next couple hours, and then we'll get a few snow showers popping up late tonight into the morning hours. We're going to be talking about that here in just a bit.
See you soon. Authorities investigate the cause of a fire that destroyed a house in Commerce, Oklahoma. Reports came in shortly after midnight this morning. Authorities treated a female resident for minor injuries. While the cause of that fire is still unknown at last report, several small space heaters were in the home. Authorities investigate a fatal crash from Christmas Eve. Troopers say 2 people traveling south on State Route H through Freistadt, Missouri failed to negotiate a sharp turn, left the road, and hit an abandoned house. The passenger, Mary Smith of DuPont, Illinois, died at the scene. The driver was taken to a hospital in Joplin with moderate injuries. Higher Power Garage in Joplin provided more than $50,000 of free labor for car repairs this year. Single parents, low-income families, and individuals are supported by the initiative. KOAM's Fernandez Silva spoke to a single mom whose life changed because of the programs offered.
I didn't have a car to go to my job, so I lost my job and I couldn't, continue on with life until I got back on my feet.
For many people, not having a car means feeling limited. For Jill and Heathcliff, for example, it meant she was not able to take her kids to school, to the park, and even to go to the grocery store.
The loss of transportation be a start of a spiral that can end in homelessness. And it's their car breaks down, they can't get to work, they lose their job. That causes them to lose their house or apartment, and it just goes from there.
Things changed for Radcliffe when she was able to buy a 2003 PT Cruiser for $500.
It felt so good. My kids were so excited. They're like, we can go to the park now.
She's one of the beneficiaries of High Power Garage, a nonprofit where auto mechanic Mike Gideon is the president.
We feel like it's our responsibility to make a difference in our community and to share the skills and the abilities that God give us.
This year, the nonprofit sold 20 low-cost cars, vehicles donated by the community, fixed and sold for $500. The initiative says they also offered more than 300 repairs in 2023.
Just walk alongside somebody for a minute and help them through a tough patch to help them get back on the right track to move forward, then that's exactly why we're here and what we want to do.
Walking alongside to help them drive alongside. In Joplin, Fernandez Silva, KOAM News.
Higher Power Garage also offers personal finance and basic automotive maintenance classes. You can find information on how to apply and how to support those programs on our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Coming up, winter weather might have forced some travelers to change their post-holiday plans. Plus, how former Joplin Eagle takes flight to the next level. Broadcast details on a standout basketball players moving to the MIAA. Families and communities are coming together today for the start of Kwanzaa. The annual African American cultural celebration runs through January 1st. The holiday's name comes from a Swahili phrase meaning first fruits and honors 7 different features. Young people visiting the Children's Museum of Manhattan got to practice creativity today with music and art. Kwanzaa dates back to 1966. It also celebrates the principles of unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, and faith. The after-Christmas rush to get home looks far better than last year when travelers coped with thousands of flight cancellations. A winter storm is complicating travel in parts of the plains, however. Wendy Gillette reports on this year's holiday travel.
A wicked winter storm brought high winds and a white Christmas to much of Nebraska, western South Dakota, and parts of Colorado, where a section of Interstate 70 from Denver to the Kansas state line was shut down for hours. Blizzard warnings and winter weather alerts are in effect in 9 states. Heavy ice brought down a tree in Moorhead, Minnesota.
It broke a fence.
Elsewhere, the roads were clear but filled with traffic at Los Angeles International Airport. AAA predicts 104 million Americans will hit the road this holiday season, and the TSA forecasts it will screen 39 million Americans.
It's just a lot.
Atlanta's airport was packed with passengers. Security lines extended into the baggage area.
Definitely have to get here early for Atlanta.
Most tried to stay patient.
Everybody's having that same kind of stress,
And it doesn't make it any better when you're like freaking out because you're still in a line.
There were some small issues in and out of Philadelphia's airport.
Our flight actually got delayed.
Thick fog in Massachusetts brought delays and flight diversions to Boston's Logan Airport. And Southwest was recovering after canceling and delaying thousands of flights over the holiday weekend. But most travelers reported few problems.
It's just crowded, but hey, you got some beautiful people here. Everybody's smiling and everything like that.
The holiday spirit still working its magic. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
The storm system caused dozens of car crashes and at least one death of an 86-year-old woman in Kansas who was involved in an accident on icy roads. In Texas, hundreds of migrants from the Eagle Pass area are being transported daily to other towns along the U.S. southern border. Tens of thousands of immigrants have arrived at Eagle Pass in the past few weeks, but centers that help the migrants are full. Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande Valley say it's been receiving 300 to 500 migrants per day for the past week. And the Val Verde Border Humanitarian Coalition reports it assisted more than 4,200 migrants last week. President Biden ordered the U.S. military to carry out airstrikes in Iraq last night. The strikes targeted 3 locations used by Hezbollah and affiliated groups. It was U.S. retaliation for an attack yesterday morning that the Pentagon says Hezbollah claimed responsibility for. The group said it used a one-way attack drone in northern Iraq that injured 3 American service members, leaving 1 in critical condition. U.S. Central Command said the likely airstrikes, quote, likely killed a number of Kataib Hezbollah militants. Military officials do not believe civilians were affected by the attack. The Hamas-controlled health ministry reports that the death toll in Gaza has surpassed 20,000 since October 7th, when Hamas unleashed terror attacks against Israel. This comes on the heels of an especially deadly 24 hours in Gaza, Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. By yesterday, the health ministry said at least 250 people have been killed and 500 others injured over the previous 24 hours in central Gaza. While those numbers have not been confirmed, Israel's military said it was reviewing reports of a Sunday strike at a refugee camp. A little bit later, the Kansas Jayhawks punched their ticket to a bowl game for the 2nd straight year. Brock has details coming up in sports.
Plus a few light showers, also a few light snow showers. We're going to look at that coming up.
KOAM News.
Well, a cool day for us today. A lot of clouds and a few random showers and a few random snow showers. Kind of spitting out there this evening, but very typical for December 26 across the region. Nice shot. This is our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Roads look dry. Most of you will stay dry tonight, but we are going to have a few showers kind of spitting out there as we go into tomorrow. All right, in the blue, some light snow. A lot of this south of I-44 isn't reaching the ground. The atmosphere is still working on saturation, but you can see this band popping up along the I-44 corridor. A little bit of snow trying to mix in eastern Jasper County, western parts of Dade County, but overall, just some light showers across the area, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the night. Look at this huge storm system. Here's the center of the circulation, and it wraps all the way around into Minnesota and then Great Lakes all the way down right off the coast of Florida. And if you look at our upper level winds, you can definitely see the big area of low pressure, and it's going to meander its way slowly over the next few days off to the south and to the east. So it will continue to affect us. What it's going to do is keep us pretty chilly, a lot of clouds, random showers and snow showers all the way into about Friday morning. Temperatures cooling down, 31 in Iola, 41 in Nowata, 43 in Anderson, a little bit warmer southeastern counties, but everybody will cool down. 7th and Rangeline, 41, but look at that wind, 10 to 15, makes it feel colder than what it actually is. And as these winds switch around to the west-northwest, it's going to usher in that cooler air on top of us. So as of right now, we have wind chill factors. It feels like 20s southeastern Kansas, 30s everybody else, but our wind chill factors will drop into the 20s as we go through the night. All right, let's go into 6 a.m. See these spotty white blobs? Those are light scattered snow showers. A little band drops through in the morning. Here's 10 a.m. As we get into the afternoon, another little band drops, mainly southwestern Missouri, but where you see the darker blues, some little moderate bursts of snow. Also notice our temperatures are above freezing, so not really a big deal. This band works through. As we get into tomorrow night, another little band kind of shifts through, and then it should be gone by Thursday morning, and then Thursday just cloudy and cold as we go through the daytime hours. Day planner for you on your Wednesday. Again, hit and miss scattered showers and snow showers. Not that big of a deal. It is going to be cold, high temp at 37. If there were any accumulations, and we're going to talk about all the way into Thursday morning, so the next 36 hours. If, mainly on the Missouri side, we're really talking a trace, like a little bit on the grass, upwards to ½ an inch, which most likely will not happen. Also, our wind chills are going to be low. So by morning, it's going to feel like it's in the lower 20s, and our wind chills are going to stay in the 20s all day long. So if you're going to be out tomorrow, bundle up. 37 for a high, 40 on Thursday, clouds with flurries. Few early morning snow showers on Friday. Sunshine returns Saturday back to 47. New Year's Eve, 44, and a couple random showers.
Okay, well, it's winter and it's starting to feel like it.
Not bad.
Thanks, Doug. The Missouri State Highway Patrol releases its annual post-Christmas traffic report. The MHP says 2 traffic fatalities occurred over the Christmas holiday weekend in the state. The statewide numbers also showed a total of 124 traffic crashes, 71 traffic crash injuries, and 81 DWIs. These numbers show a significant decline from last year's 1,017 traffic crashes, 318 injuries, and 4 deaths. This year, there were no traffic fatalities on Christmas Day. Still ahead, we have more post-game reaction from the Kansas City Chiefs' loss to the Raiders, and a former Joplin Eagle announces her commitment to an MIAA school. Rock Baldridge has those stories and more up next.
Well, tonight, a former Joplin Eagle and current NEO women's basketball player announces that she's going to make the jump from junior college basketball to the MIAA. Ella Hafer is a member of the NEO women's basketball team. She announced on her social media pages that she will commit to play at Rogers State next season. You might remember Hafer playing high school basketball with the Joplin Lady Eagles. Hafer started 19 of the 27 games with NEO last season. And in her career with the Lady Norse, she averages 8.4 points per game. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off of a 20-14 loss against the Las Vegas Raiders on Christmas Day, and just doesn't seem like anything is going right for the Chiefs from their loss Monday afternoon. And the Chiefs' loss to the Raiders, maybe the most impressive stat, was that the Raiders did not complete a pass for the entire second half. But despite that, the Chiefs still had 2 crucial turnovers that resulted in 14 easy points for Las Vegas. With only 2 games remaining left in the regular season, the Chiefs need to win one of their next 2 games in order to clinch a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think just the mistakes offensively. I thought defense played a good game. Just 2 mistakes that gave them 2 touchdowns there down when you're backed up in their red zone. So you just can't do that, especially when defense is playing like they're playing. So I just got to be better in that sense and not making those mistakes and try to find a way to play the game in the best way to win it.
He went back in and did a nice job. So things happen. Emotional game. Trav's emotional, and sometimes my red hair gets to me a little bit, but it all works out.
The Kansas Jayhawks have made their final preparations as they have earned a trip to a bowl game for the 2nd year in a row. The Jayhawks are playing in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl tonight in Phoenix, Arizona. Kansas facing UNLV. If KU wins tonight, it's the 6th time ever in program history that the Jayhawks will finish with 9 wins in the season. Well, at the moment, this game is still in progress, and we're in the opening minutes of the second half, and it's Kansas who leads UNLV 28-17. In the NBA tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder who look to bounce back after facing their loss to the Los Angeles Lakers a couple days ago. OKC facing the top team in the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oklahoma City gets the win at home tonight, 129-106, the final. Now, I don't think many people thought at the beginning of the year that there's a scenario where the Chiefs don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they are the defending world champions, and I guess will be until we find out otherwise, but it's not looking great for them at the moment, that's for sure. We'll be right back. Hey, don't forget you can be the first to know about today's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You see the QR code right there. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. Doesn't cost anything. It's the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get it right now. Hey, happy snappy art and paint parties in Fort Scott did what they do best today. They threw a party. The party place kicked off its annual winter art camp for a few of its closest young friends, quite a few of them. Kids attending the camp get a chance to create clay and sculpture art and learn techniques such as firing and glazing. One camp organizer says the event really brings out the joy of creativity.
I really enjoy the kids and teaching, the art, and I enjoy seeing how happy they are when they're proud of what they have created.
Kids attending the camp will get to take home at least 4 different works of sculpture and clay art. Nice way to spend kind of a dreary winter day, I guess.
We're going to have another one tomorrow. A lot of clouds. Don't be surprised if you get some very light snow showers kind of spitting out there, especially tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a cold. High temp of only 37 degrees. Flurries Thursday, 40. Even a few snow showers on Friday morning. As of right now, the next holiday weekend overall is looking pretty good.
Final sports notes.
Neosho Holiday Tournament kicks off in Neosho, so lots of good high school basketball teams in that tournament, so we'll be covering that all week.
Very good. Looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.